be my rules.
Yeah.
Shush! Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Global Hub Racing F1 2018 F2 Round 3 here at the French Grand Prix Live. My connection has taken a dive already, which is absolutely fantastic. There are thunderstorms in the area, and rest assured I will try and remain with you for the whole of this stream. Tonight it is only me, Chiphead14, in the commentary box by myself tonight, and everyone else is here in the party with me. Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening, James.
I'm glad people are there because I thought nobody was there at that point.
Got you back.
Right, let me have a look at the thingy. The comments. Everyone saying good evening. Good evening to everyone that is tuning in. I'm going to put the link into the Discord, and a great attendance for F2 tonight. Oh my god, you can tell I'm tired. Yeah, so we've got a great attendance, 17 drivers, which is above average, I think, for Global Hub Racing this season. Fantastic stuff. Obviously, I'm just going to put in the stream link into the Discord. That is now done. Lovely jubbly. Oh, dearie me. Dearie me. No Montana or Kyle to commentate. Yeah, it's only me by myself. And judging by the yawning, I'm going to be falling asleep in this qualifying session. I've been so busy today, it's unreal. I shouldn't really be here. Connection's looking poor. Trust me, that's just my end. That is just my end. That is nobody else's end whatsoever. That is just my end. I'll move my PS4 in a little bit as I try and thingy. I'm not sure if any other people else here in this party with me. Or has everyone just like totally died?
Nah, I'm still alive.
Good. I'm glad people are alive.
We don't want to distract you.
Here only to see Bass.
Nice to meet you too.
Yeah, we're starting in a minute anyways. Oh, I'm just keeping an eye on these thunderstorms that get going to the west of me. It's quite a sight. There's no thunder and lightning yet. If it is, then the stream will probably go down and I'll run in under the cover for the bed sheets, which is great. What was I going to say? It's the French Grand Prix, yeah. I'll tell you the standings, actually. Now, leading into the race. So we've got Bass on 40 points, leading the way in the championship standings. S-Boy second on 27. Felix in third on 25. Danine in fourth. Joint with Bolstman on 22. Then it's Praga in sixth on 15. Glocky in seventh on 14. Wizards in 8th on 12, Bullboy and Silas on 10, Mads on 5, JB on 1, and Senenzi with our fastest lap in Bahrain getting a point as well. Everyone else is on 0. That's Vienri, Rocco, Gennaro, Geronimo, Little Brookie, Vaporizer, and Mr. Meyer. Was that thunder or was that a plane? That was a plane, thank God.
Yes, Keelan.
7 o'clock, we can start.
Okay.
I don't think there's any point in inviting reserves. I mean, we've got 17 drivers. It's better than a full attendance. Like in attendance we get in F1. Oh, I need to get into spectator mode. Oh my god. Oh. No, I can't really be bothered to do that either. Right, but let's get into this. French Grand Prix. My controller leaders just fell out. Absolutely brilliant. Love the layout too.
Au revoir.
Yeah, I'll meet you guys as soon as we get into qualifying. 6 laps of practice, let's go, Sinenzi. There's people here that's gotten 0 laps of practice, I can tell. And you will be able to tell that in the stream tonight. Bloody hell,
I've had plenty of practice, but I haven't.
Just seeing these, this thunderstorm, like, line that has developed to the west of me, it's quite sinister looking. Hopefully the captioning will be fine and we'll go till 8:30 with everything else. Please wait.
Here, didn't he?
Please wait.
Me.
There's no names loading for me. Oh, there's Mr. Meyer, just under Rocco. Yeah, it's just loading on my end. Yeah. That was a long hold there for lobby to load up there. Hope the servers are okay.
Rain.
Oh, it's raining!
Oh, no.
It's raining? That's just fucking loading it for me. Don't ruin it. Don't ruin it. It doesn't even load on my screen. Goodness me. Beautiful, dry race. Beautiful dry qualifying session though in the meantime. I'll mute you guys. Good luck. I'm muting everyone in the party. Goodbye. Alright, it's now just me by myself now. Hopefully there will be no interruptions like I experienced in Gaffer Academy, Gaffer Racing last night. We've got the first cars coming out on track. Mr. Meyer and Mr. Geronimo are coming out on track by the seams. Red Bull and the Ferraris getting out of the grid. Both of them in fact coming out, and there's... Now they all come out. Bullboy and Jack just coming out pretty much beside each other. The 2 Red Bulls also coming out as well. So here we go for the qualifying session. 18 minutes of course this qualifying session is going to hold, and it looks like Silas might be going on a set of supers. He's going out on a set of supers to begin off with. We're already over a minute into qualifying, and the first cars out on track were the 2 Ferraris, Mr. Meyer and Bullboy. My top 3 prediction, by the way, coming into qualifying: Boltzmann will go top. I think Gennaro's going to go second. And I have a funny feeling that somebody like Vienmi will go third. So that is my top 3 in the comment section. Make sure you put down your predictions. Jack Meyer, by the way, on a set of softs, not on a set of ultras here already tonight. And I may warn you before the stream starts in earnest that there are that I may go for a drink at any point. So the stream might seem silent a little bit for about a minute or 2, but hopefully you do understand that. Mr. Meyer is lagging. Bullboy going slow. He's got Red Bull right up his backside. That is Geronimo, I think, going past him. But Mr. Meyer is about to start a lap here. The Welshman in France, Circuit Paul Ricard, better known as Le Castellet to anyone that is watching from the GT3s or from Blancpain, of course. The Blancpain series ran around here before at Le Castellet in southern France. Jack Meyer now approaching the final couple of corners to start off a lap here in Double Hub Racing F2. You're not late at all, Bice. I know, but I'm going for Felix, Bass and Vienmi. No surprise there really from unseen. Mr. Meyer now down into turn 1. Attacking the corner nicely. 100 mile an hour through the final corner. Looking nice. The exit of turn 2. Not bad at all. Of course he is on a set of softs. Some of the guys are on a set of ultra softs and supers. So obviously they're going to go quicker than Mr. Meyer. But this will be the first lap that has been set. Hopefully if his connection holds, that is. His connection playing up as always. Mr. Meyer lagging profusely down the straight. It's almost like you're commentating on a lobby of GT6. Especially when I used to be on the PS3 and commentate on there in my in the olden days. Thunderstorms now beginning to come over to me by the looks, which is absolutely fantastic. I'm prepared for the thunder and lightning that's going to be happening outside mine very soon. But Mr. Meyer is getting caught by Geronimo, I think that is. Oh, and he's left the party. That's not great at all. Hopefully it's just a connection disconnected at the party and not in the race, but it looks like he's going slow. Oh, and that is unacceptable. That is really unacceptable. If Mr. Meyer is losing connection there, then yeah, that was just ridiculous. That he has left the session, but that is just absolutely ridiculous. That is just absolutely ridiculous. We know he's responsible for his connection, but still, that at least pull off to the side of the road if you think you're going to be disconnecting. Absolutely stupid. We've got Breno furiously waving his tyres there. Bulba comes across the line to set a lap, 30.6. Little Drucky with a 30.8. Deneen approaching the final couple of corners. Glock goes quickest with a 30.2 and a set of supers. That's a nice lap there from Glock. Deneen now coming around the final corner. The Irishman could see our first 29 here at the final corner. This is going to be a 29. Deneen coming across the line, 29.4, and it's in the higher end of the 29s. So very nice lap there by the Irishman. I think we've got Boltzmann on just starting a lap. Rocco around the final corner. Not sure if he's starting a lap. He is. Gennaro coming into the pits. Bass is just about to start a lap. S-Boy looks like he's on a lap. Hopefully it's just a banker. And the Williams driver has got his teammate ahead of him. That is Bank Job. Senenzi, of course, who goes second with a 30 flat. So I think that's why S-Boy went for 37 now and invalidated, probably giving each other a bit of tow. Nothing in the rules that suggests that you can't give your teammate tows, but we will be cracking down on that, of course, come the end of the season. JB's on a lap going through the flat right-hander. A 200-mile-an-hour flat right-hander. Don't think you ever experienced that at all around any other race circuit on the F1 calendar. So JB going very nicely indeed through into the final sector. A 1:14 he's on through there. And this is looking quick. Hopefully he's quicker than his son, Little Brookie, of course. Let's find out. Around the final corner, taking a deeper line, not going to get the greatest run out of the final corner. He's going to be slower than everyone else, I think, here. JB across the line, yep, 30.9, goes 6th. Boltzmann is just in behind, 9/10 up. He goes 4th on a set of softs. So those are the two to watch, Glock and Boltzmann at the minute on their respective laps. Rocco's on a lap approaching the end. He's got no ERS left, as you can see on the bottom right-hand side of your screen. The ERS now being whipped open. And there we go, on the run to the line. Rocco goes 6th. So he goes 6th on a set of supers there. Quite a few guys still set laps. Bass is on a lap. He's got a cluster of cars ahead of him. I think that might be the two Williams ahead. Senenzi and S-Boy. I think S-Boy is getting the tow here from Senenzi, who I think will dive into the pits here. He does, and S-Boy's in as well. Bass coming around the final corner. He goes 2nd, 29.8. It's a nice lap there by the Dutchman. Indeed, Mr. Meyer is in the process of rejoining. There is a Sauber just getting out of the way there. Felix, however, is just starting a lap through the end of Sector 1, and that was a quick first sector, 24.9. That was through the first sector, so looking very nice indeed. He's on a set of Ultras, he's on the quicker tyre out of the three. Super Softs and Softs are the other two compound of tyres on offer here for the drivers in La Castellet. It's like a Paul Ricard. With 10 minutes qualifying left, it's Deneen who tops the timing sheets with a 29.4, Bass in second with a 29.8, and Senenzi in third with a 30 flat. Let's keep on watching Felix, however, as he approaches the start of the third sector, now going through the double right-hander, which I often refer to as the corner of death around here. Felix looking nice, and he is approaching. The Renault running wide there. I think that might have been Vienmi or Gennaro, one of the two. They're both on laps by the looks. Felix is now coming around the final two corners. He's going to be, I think, in around Boltzmann Ballboy sort of area if I was a guessing man here. Felix coming across the line. In fact, it's going to be way quicker than that. And he goes pole. 29.3, so just ignore what I said there. Felix with a 29.3. He's got Williams coming out of the pits behind him. So Felix on top with a 29.3. Let's have a look, see if anybody else is on a lap. It looks like Silas is on a lap, the Dane. In the SSR Esports team, of course. Silas going to be looking to set the timing screens alight here with purple sectors. Now we have warned that there is going to be rain in the race. Apparently it's going to be dry, turn to light, turn to heavy rain. So if that's the case, then we're going to have an absolute field day. Mr. Meyer's connection dropping off the cliff once again. Silas around the final corner, however. I think he's going to go... oh, he goes top! He goes top of the 29.3. Honestly, these laps are looking quicker than what they're making out on my screen. See that? Oh, and that's no way to cut the corner. I think there'll be a time penalty given to him for that cut. Geronimo's just gone fourth with a 29.6. Everyone just starting to eke into the 29, so I think we can safely say that a 28 is possible. Gennaro on a lap on a set of supers. I think look, he's got... Oh, that's not great. Mr. Meyer has... Mr. Meyer's car is on track, so just be aware he's at the exit of the first sector if you can see him on track. That might be the yellow flag in sector 2, what's being shown now. But Gennaro now around the final couple of corners. We've got a few more times in by the looks. Just trying to see. Vienmi 30.5 is the one that I noticed. Gennaro just slots in behind Ballboy, however, in 11th. And we're more than halfway through qualifying, and Silas is top from Felix and Deneen. Who would have predicted that top 3 at the beginning of qualifying? I certainly know I wouldn't know. Let's have a look though in the comments, see what you guys are saying. Not sure what Ballboy was trying to do, was going across the track just to go in the pits and put me off. Well, hopefully not happening there at all. Rocco, Boltzmann, Jack Meyer, if he can get his connection sorted, he'll be up there, I would think. I am hosting the stream indeed. 128 might not be possible if the guys are running intro wet setups. Yeah, I see the point there, to be honest. If they are running wet setups, as I just have a bit of a glitch there on my iPad, there we go, all sorted now. And it definitely looks like it's coming over a lot cloudier here where I live. S-Boy's on a lap, just approaching the end of the middle sector. He's got his teammate giving him a bit of a bunk up there. I think it's unfair, you know, if one teammate gives a bit of an advantage to another. It's really an unfair advantage. Just get on with your own qualifying sessions, for goodness sake. I mean, you're supposed to be league racing drivers by yourselves, not working for each other as a team. I know I know constructors is very, very well sought after as well, but drivers have got to realise towing each other on the stretch really not allowed, especially at this track. I mean, come on. Looks like it's coming over a bit cloudy now out on track, actually. S-Boy is approaching the final corner now. He looks like he's going to be settling in around Senenzi Glock sort of area, I think, with this lap. S-Boy coming across the line and dead on, right in between both of them. S-Boy 30.060. There's a McLaren just going into the pit stop there. I think that must have been Silas coming in the pits. Boltzmann, however, going through the second sector. He's on the run up towards the hill. Highest point on the track here at Le Castellet. Boltzmann, I think that was a 52 through the middle sector, so not looking too bad at all, not looking too shabby. Might be rain in the background, or certainly come over in a lot foggier. Gennaro was still blocked in the pits. Oh, he is. Gennaro is blocked in the pit lane. Absolutely fantastic. Thank goodness he's brought that to the attention. Vienmi has done the same. Vienmi now out the pits. So there we go. I think it was Mr. Meyer having a fault there. And Boltzmann goes quickest with a 29 flat. So we're just on board with him. And Glock goes quickest with a 28.8 now. So improves on a set of ultras. I do really appreciate it. Do not put me off in the comment section. Thank you very much. And do not put me off. Certainly from the chats. You shouldn't be allowed to chat anyways in the stream. And on the in the PS4 party, I should say, not in the stream. Of course, I love comments coming through in the stream. It is getting very, very dark here where I live. Gennaro, though, is back into the pits on my screen, so everything should have sorted itself out. Bass is on the lap. Dutchman looking to improve on a 29.8. He's got Geronimo 2 tenths up the road with a 29.6, and then Deneen with a 29.4 ahead of him. Hopefully he can aim to slot somewhere like there. Having a look at thingy. That's already a 28.8. Bass coming across the line. He slots in just... Oh, and it's the same lap time as Deneen. 29.421 is the lap time. The Irishman and the Force India driver going nicely there. Geronimo is just starting a lap as well. Let's see if anybody else is on a lap. Any of the top guys on a lap. Boastman 2/10 down. I think he might be coming in the pits. He is. Glock's obviously off a lap. Silas, I think, has gone third. I'm not sure if we mentioned that. Silas has gone third ahead of Felix. Or Felix has jumped up to fourth. One of the two. Might have totally missed that. But there we go. Covering it. Mads coming through the final sector. Just preparing for a lap. There is a Ferrari going around on track. Mr. Meyer going around on track talking. Well, I don't know what he's doing. His connection obviously giving up once again, and unacceptable really. That his car is still going around on track. Drivers have got to be aware though that that is the case, and that thundery looking heavy showers are coming my way, which is absolutely fantastic. That's going to be hitting me, hopefully not too far away. And it looks like the weather is changing for the worst here where I live. So if you hear anything in the background, I do apologise. Mads though in the background, in the foreground of shot at the minute, running up towards the end of the straight. Half and half. Lyronix saying hello. Hopefully Lyronix is turning up tomorrow for F1. I'm not sure where he's been the last couple of weeks, but hopefully he is turning up next week. Felix, by the way, is retired from the session. 29-1. He improved ahead of Silas, but didn't improve ahead of Boltzmann and Glock at the minute. Mads, though, reaching the end of the second sector, looking quite quick. And the Dane is looking to right his wrongs from last week. Bass is now retired out of the session. Same lap time. Vienmi goes fourth with a 29.2, so a nice lap there by the Renault driver, but we're focusing on Mads at the minute. See what he can do. He's the only driver not to set a lap time apart from Mr. Meyer, who's been disqualified for being parked in a dangerous location. I didn't see it personally, but let's see what Mads can do around the final corner. If he goes quicker than anyone else out on track, I think he is. He's going to go 12th ahead of Ballboy at the minute, who is just coming through the final sector now, and he is on an out lap. Most of these guys are just coming across the line. Deneen not on a lap. Let's focus on Vienmi, I think. He's a 10th down in the first sector. The cloud is beginning to come over here at Le Castellet. At Le Castellet, I should say. But how can Vienmi get on? He's retired from the session. That is retiring on track. That is not allowed within our rules and regulations, sadly. His car is pulling off to the side, however, which is, I think, a godsend to everyone that is on track tonight. And I think it's beginning to rain out on track. It is. It is beginning to rain out on track. So anybody that's now about to come across into the final sector have really only got the chance to improve. And that is currently nobody at the minute. I'm just trying to pick up on somebody that might be on a lap coming through the third sector. Let's go on board with S-Boy. Let's choose S-Boy and see how he's getting on. The rain now starting to fall out on track. The track is going to be getting a lot greasier. And he's run wide actually, and you can already tell the rain is starting to affect. And I don't think we're going to see any more improvements. Senenzi losing control. It's definitely not Ultras there out on track. Not sure if anybody else is improving. Let's ride on board with Deneen. I don't think he's improving either here. So most of the lap times I think are done, and in fact drivers are now retiring. Boltzmann and Glock have retired. There is that was Rocco off. Clearly getting a lot wetter. DRS disabled. It has came down so heavy this rain. Then it's already intermediate conditions out there, which is not ideal. I think drivers should retire out on track. S-Boy retires, Mads retires, should be getting the final few retiring. Ballboy struggling, you can tell it's already into, nearly losing it into the wall there, Ballboy. He's got a Sauber on his inside there, crashing across the line. Ballboy has came across the line. We're only waiting for Senenzi and it's Geronimo to finish. Both of them are going to be down on their times. That is qualifying over. So Glock on top from Boltzmann in second and Felix in third position. As sadly I'm having some health and real life issues, can't really focus on league racing. That is horrible to hear, really, from Lyronix's point of view. That is really, really horrible. Obviously, if people are having health and real life issues, then sort them out first before coming league racing with us. And our thoughts are with Lyronix. Hopefully he is overcoming those health issues and his real life issues, and hopefully he will be back with us very soon indeed. It is horrible to hear of anyone that is going through that, and I think the best thing to do is give him all of our support, put our weight behind him, because he is one of the best drivers out there. Really starting to get going here. And I'm not sure what is going on. I'm not sure if you can still hear me, but Glock is on pole in here in qualifying. Bossman second, Felix in third, Vienmi fourth, Silas in fifth, Deneen sixth, Bass, Geronimo, Senenzi, S-Boy, JB, Mads, Bullboy, Gennaro, Little Brookie, Rocco, Jack Meyer is the top 17. I am just, however, focusing my attentions on outside slightly because there is a colossal, like, I don't know if it's a rain shower, thunderstorms, I don't know what is coming on here. Approaching me at quite a speed, so just be aware, if this stream goes off, we will have to, obviously, for my safety, I don't want to get electrocuted while I'm talking. And look at the rain! Look at the rain here in France. It is soon to be raining here in my location, and it is absolutely horrible out there, and it looks like that's full wet conditions, and it looks like it might be full wet conditions. A shelf cloud or something approaches me from the west, really starting to get quite vigorous now, the skyline here at my location. Hopefully it just goes a bit west of us and doesn't hit me impacting side on, because very much hoping that we stay alive tonight. That is my only worry. Wet near enough all race, small dry patch about halfway through the race, and maybe intermediate conditions. It is, however, full wet conditions. Sorry, no, it's intermediate conditions. What am I on about? That is intermediate conditions, I do believe. Let me just check that. Yes, it is, and very interesting strategy from Geronimo. Geronimo looks like he's decided to go on a set of wet. Let me just confirm that. That is right. That tyre graphic is right. He is on a set of wet compound of tyres, and honestly, that is looking pretty decent indeed. I'm just going to shut my curtains and everything while I think, yeah, I know it's not dark outside, but still I want to try and lose some of the lightning that might go on around me tonight. There we go. Lovely jubbly. That's already done. Saves me doing it later. So, what are your predictions? Let's have a look at your predictions in the comments section. I will go over the tyre compounds, really just self-explanatory, intermediate and wet. Geronimo is the only one on the wet compound of tyres, so be careful if you're just around Geronimo. Senenzi and S-Boy, Bass, just be careful, because either it's intermediate or wet, so there's a clear difference here. I think it's intermediates. Judging by most of the drivers, it's on intermediates for them. It is on intermediates for them. So let me just have a look at how the weather is forming near me, because that is moving towards me at quite a pace. Be absolutely fantastic. But we are about to get going here for the race in. Hey, that looks like it might just clip us. Yeah, that's going to clip us, but it's moving at quite a pace, so it should go through quite quickly. Just have a look outside before we start. Yep, looks like we're going to get rain very shortly. Until then, it's going to be lights out and away we go very soon. We've just got Rocco joining up at the back there. Golocky is about to take us from the start. That's a shocking camera angle. Come on, load in. 5 red lights though are about to go out here in France, and it is going to be a first time getaway Here in France, round 3 is underway, and Glock gets a great start from Bossman off the grid. Looks like Geronimo's got off well on the set of wets. Look at the spray being kicked up into turn 1, and it looks like it's Glock holding the inside line on Bossman, but Bossman goes right around the outside. There's contact. Bossman never going to go for it, and there's carnage in the background. That is Felix that's been caught up in that as well. I think Rocco and Rocco's had some sort of spin there in the background as well. We've got action going on in the foreground of shot. Geronimo struggling, it seems, on the wet compound of tyres in behind. Very messy start here in France. Glock leading the way, the enemy second. Silas, Bass, Geronimo, third, fourth and fifth. Deneen, JB, S-Boy, Senenzi, Bullboy are top 10 at the minute. And Silas now is starting to attack the enemy. Is he going to get him down the inside? The Dane on the Swede. The two Scandinavian drivers go side by side almost at the end of the straight. The enemy, I think, has overcooked that slightly. Silas could go up and under down the inside. Not going to work. It's getting all very messy in the background. Bossman's gone around Gennaro and Felix, so he's passed 2 drivers already there. Little Brookie is on the back of Bullboy in the meantime at midfield. Very, very messy beginning here, though, in France. I know it's wet conditions, and that's the enemy off. The enemy is off, and there's been contact. I think JB's had contact with somebody on the inside. That might have been with Little Brookie or Bossman. Not quite sure there. Gennaro seems to have been caught up in that somehow as well, as the rain begins to pelt down here at my location. Glocky leads, Silas second, the enemy in third. Let's ride on board though with Deneen, who is getting on the back of Geronimo. He's not really struggling on those wets either. It looks like it's between the crossover point at the minute of wets and inters. Is he going to pit? Nope, Geronimo's going to go on for another lap. S-Boy and Bullboy making up ground. Senenzi on the back of this as well. As we go into broadcast cam once again, Bullboy is trying to go around the outside of S-Boy, down into turn 1, around the outside, surely not. Bullboy around the outside, S-Boy just punts him off slightly, no room at all, especially in these conditions, no room at all. Bullboy is going to have to forfeit those positions off track, and he gets a 3-second time penalty for corner cutting there. Deneen tries to launch it on Geronimo. Bullboy giving up the positions quite nicely there. Senenzi and S-Boy, and that's Bossman getting involved as well. Nearly 3 wide. He was trying to go through the middle there. Never going to work. Little Brookie and Gennaro in the meantime. Gennaro right around the outside. Little Brookie who spins on the inside. He's going to lose that position to JB as well there. Not great stuff at all, but the battle for the lead is beginning to get going, and Little Brookie's out. Little Brookie is out. I think he might have had contact there with Rocco, perhaps. I'm not sure what went on. Glock though leads the way. From Silas in second, the enemy third. What on earth has happened? Further down the order, this is just getting completely out of hand. Further down, this is probably one of the worst races of the season. Goodness me. Calm it down, guys. I mean, calm it down. Goodness sake. Glock leads the way. Silas second. The enemy third. Bass in fourth, and Bass is now beginning to attack the enemy, the 2 NSX boys. Is he going to try and go around the outside, Bass? Not quite. I think, judging on the content I've covered so far on the stream, I've tried to cover the cleanest action out on track. Obviously, further down the field, there's been yet more contact. But Senenzi and Geronimo, I think that's had contact further down the order. It is. Not great stuff at all here in front. I know it's wet, but, I mean, come on. Give yourself some common sense. Silas on the back of Glock, and there's more contact going on. I think Senenzi is out of the race. Geronimo's into the pits. All kicking off really here in France. Is Silas going to launch the attack now on Glocky down the inside of turn 3? Never going to work. Not quite. Glock and Silas though in the meantime going great guns at the minute. And do you know what? I can turn off my light because it hasn't really came over as bad as what I imagined it to be. Silas on the back end of Glock though, coming into the end of the straight. Let me ride on board with Glock and Silas. Silas trying to get the move done, never going to work there. Glock's just pulled away though from the straight line. There's a big battle going on. Bossman's making up tremendous progress through the field. He's already up to 6. Geronimo was spun and he's out. Geronimo was out of the race. We've got Little Brookie, Senenzi and Geronimo all out of this race at the minute. Never not really great stuff, and it's nearly 3 wide. Bossman, Ballboy, Genova's. Genova going to go around the outside of Ballboy. No, he's not. No, he's not. There is contact, and I think Ballboy might have been at fault there, to be honest. Never good stuff. Genova lets S-Boy go through. Ballboy running very wide on the exit of the corner. He's lost a good deal of ground there. Back on board with the battle for the lead in the meantime. Silas and Glock. At the end of lap 3, it is Glock who leads from Silas in second. All very, the driving standards need picking up here in Global Hub Racing, because I tell you what, if this was another league that I was watching, they're probably thinking, what on earth is going on? We want to keep the professional standards here, and so far, what I've seen, and I've got to be honest, the content I've covered anyways is the cleanest you've probably seen, because I know from other guys, the POV footage will be quite dire, if I've got to be honest. Let's have a look. In the meantime, I've gone slow through the corner and lost my front wing because of him, and James thinks he let me through. Well, have to have a look in the footage, of course. Silas now is beginning to attack Glocky. He's going to go down the inside. Is he the Dane on the brake? Is he going to launch it? Late on the brake, so he's not. Silas thinking otherwise. These two begin to battle though, and Vienmi and Bass are beginning to get into that. No, they're not out of this totally either. Little Bricky leaves the session. Not great stuff at all. Bossman was trying to get past Ballboy in the meantime. He cut back on board with the battle for the lead. It could be a 4-way battle for the lead soon if these two really start battling. Rain is beginning to lighten off slightly, I think. Glock and Silas, 0.2 of a second at the minute. The enemy is getting closer, 1.3 seconds. Bass in 4th. Deneen 5th, Bullboy 6th, Bossman, S-Boy, Gennaro, JB, your top 10. Mads is 11th, Felix and Rocco, because of their damage. Felix getting caught up very unluckily in Bossman spinning. Bossman went down the back of the field, of course. He's up to 7th. Felix pitting with that front wing damage. He's down in 12th and 7 seconds ahead of Rocco. Bullboy, he can't drive. Jack does streaming and videos, the bank job, 1, 2, 3 before. Yeah, that is the bank job, of course. Just cut it out with the comments in the stream. I can't be bothered to have a look and moderate the comments as well as thingy. You should know better, guys, come on. Focus on the action instead of trying to trade barbs at each other. Glock and Silas, though, in the meantime, I'm sure everyone is wanting to see some action. The rain is beginning to stop, I think, out on track, and it looks like Glock has got the gap at the minute at 0.3 of a second, but look at Felix out of there. Sorry, look at Silas out of there. Felix getting a 44.2 fastest lap of the race. Glock looks like he's just got the toe down the straight line. He has. But Vienmi is hunting them down. Bass, I think, is just trying to monitor this. Glock good defending. Silas was trying to launch it down the inside there. A little bit of contact on the rear end. No front wing going flying. Vienmi 3rd. All begin to hot up. 3-way battle for the lead. With Bass just in behind 1.4 seconds off Vienmi. So top 4 separated by less than 3 seconds. Silas trying to go down the inside here on Glocky. Never going to work. He's got to be careful, especially in these conditions. He's just got to maintain that little bit more centre about him. And so far, so good from Silas, who has been known in the past to try and dive it down the inside quite aggressively. Silas, though, is it going to go around the outside? Surely not. Gennaro leads the session. Mads has got a 3-second time penalty. Silas is trying to keep that around the outside of Glocky into the final corner. Glock just shoves him off slightly. And that is good defending and a better run off there by Glock. But now Silas in the slipstream. He's got the run down into turn 1. Can he get the move done the day? And down the inside. Glock's going to give him room. Both side by side. Silas just knocking him off. And Silas, I think, has gone off. He's gone completely wide. And he's going to lose 3 positions there. He nearly had the lead. And Vienmi now begins to attack. It is constant stuff. Vienmi down the inside. Glock's just got to make sure he doesn't contact him. And that is a lovely move. That is a very nice move by Vienmi. Glock now trying to get him back on the switchback. Trying to force him out wide a little bit. Vienmi, Glock coming close to contact. Bass and Silas not out of this either. As they run down the straight, Glock has got the straight line speed, but look at Bass in behind getting a double toe. 4 in for the lead here for GHR F2. I can't give out any invites, by the way, in this stream. because of the lactose intolerant cold masters, of course. Glock, VNMe, Bass, Silas for the top 4 battle. Nothing else happening. And is VNme surely not going to try around the outside of Glock? We saw this with Ballboy and Gennaro. Never going to work there. Silas getting close to the Bass in the background of shot as well. VNme now trying to launch it down the inside. He's got the car side by side almost. Ooh, I thought he was going to try and pull it off there. Bass, Silas, I think, has Bass just done him around the outside there? I think he has. I think Bass has just done Silas around the outside. Really nice move. Up to 3rd. Sorry, he wasn't. He was already in 3rd. Silas, 4th. But now, Silas begin to struggle. It's these 3 now that are factoring in for the battle. They're just maintaining the driving standards nicely, which is good to see. This is the cleanest you'll probably see all night, guys. Glocky at the start of lap 7 leads, VNme 2nd, Bass in 3rd, Silas in 4th. Gennaro is being invited back. Thank you to whoever who is giving out the invite there to Gennaro. It should just put him behind Felix, I think. Glock now just beginning to pull away slightly. VNme was a little bit shaky out of turn 1. Bass in 3rd, Silas in 4th. At the minute, Glock getting a little bit of a slide on there, coming through the left and right of turns 3 and 4. JB is into the pit, our first pit stop that we can notify on. Don't think he'll be going in for dries. That should be another set of inters. I'd probably wait until the dries come out and then try and get the thingy. There's a yellow flag in sector 3. Is that Rocco that's gone off by any chance? There's a yellow flag in sector 3, and I think that's actually Gennaro and Felix. Gennaro and Felix, I think, is the ones in sector 3. There's definitely yellow flags there. Not sure why there's yellow flags in there, and that's why. Gennaro has gone round Gennaro has gone round at sector 1. Not great stuff. Let's focus on the battle for the lead, though, because this is really heating up. VNme on the back of Glock. They're just maintaining the gap to each other, which is good to see, and they're maintaining the room, which is also good to see. So Glock leading, VNme 2nd, Bass in 3rd, Silas in 4th, Deneen, Boltzmann, Ballboy, S-Boy, Mads, Felix. No real changes. Hopefully next game they have realism in the dirty air department. You can follow too easy on the games. You can follow too easy on the games. I think S-Boy has just got past Ballboy there. We've just missed that slightly, but S-Boy has got past Ballboy. So very nice move indeed. Gap's just beginning to open up now. Let's go on board then with this battle between S-Boy and Ballboy. He's trying to go around the outside. Gennaro has now joined. Not sure if there was anything for Felix to do there when Gennaro was joining S-Boy. Oh, he nearly lost it. He nearly lost it. That was a good recovery. There's another yellow flag in sector 3, which is nobody at this stage. Thank goodness it's nobody. I think it might have been just S-Boy trying to lose control of the car there. But at the minute, as it stands, Glock leads by 6/10 of a second. He's beginning to pull that advantage out. Bass, goodness me, in the background of shot, losing control of the car nearly. Track is drying out, but is that dry line now starting to form as well? I think it might be. There might be a dry line now starting to form out on track. Lap 8 out of 27, we're nearly a third way through. VNme was trying to launch it there, I think, on Glock for the lead. But Glock leads, VNme 2nd, Bass in 3rd, Silas in 4th is the battle we're currently on board with at the minute. Deneen 4.6 seconds behind in 5th. These two start battling, Bass and Silas. Then it could all swing into the guys favouring behind, Deneen and Boltzmann especially. Looks like it's going to be a pit war for the top 4. It's pit war for a top 4 indeed, I think, in this race. It's definitely between these 4. Possibly I would give Boltzmann a chance from 6th, but that's the only other guy I would give a chance to in this race at the minute. As Silas is going to try and move, is he? No, he's not. Not risking anything there on Bass, but he's a lot closer this time around. Silas the Dane. Bass on the back of him, trying to get going. And into turn 1, not looking too bad at all. Glock 6/10 clear, VNme 2nd, Bass 3rd, Silas in 4th. All looking good at this stage between these 4. Deneen has just closed the gap slightly, 4/10 gain that last time around. Let's have a look at the fastest lap though in the meantime. 44.2 by Felix. The gap to leaders, it's now 1.3 seconds separating the top 4. And there are the position changes. 6 positions gained for Ball Boy, most positions gained out on track, and now Vienmi could be looking to make that 3 positions gain. He's trying to go around the outside on Glock. Glock forces his hand, no, Bass could be involved in this as well. He's trying to go around the outside of Vienmi. Bass now on the outside of Vienmi. They've got to give each other room, and they have done just about. Glock gets away though out in front. Vienmi second, Bass in third. They're just beginning to spread themselves out a little bit. Deneen is still closing. Another 6/10 gained on this lap so far. And with the top 4 starting to get battling, Deneen now is beginning to hunt down this lead pack. The Irishman is not out of this at all yet. As we come on to lap 10 here in France. Glock leads the way, Vienmi second, Bass in third, and Silas in fourth at the minute. Keep an eye out for Felix coming through too. He's got some really good pace around here. He's 10th. I'd put him out of the race winning predictions, to be honest, at this stage. If he wins though, then goodness me, I think this league will be folding sooner than you think. Silas now catching the back end of Bass. Is he going to go for the move? The Dane down the inside on Bass into turn 1. Not quite pulling it off. Could get the switch back on exit. He has. He's got the car side by side. Silas getting the run down the inside. He could try it later on the brakes, I think, now than Bass. Just forced him off track slightly. Bass has had to cut the corner a little bit. Pushes him out wide. Silas dives it down the inside. And that is what you call a move done. And there you can see the dry line is forming out on track. So it is getting drier out on track. Will these guys be pitting for dry tyres? Boltzmann has. He's gone for a set of supers. I think Felix might be pitting in as well for a set of dry tyres. It depends on what we see. As DRS has been enabled, perfect strategy from them too. Bass trying to go around the outside and Silas now into the chicane. Not too bad. Silas maintains that position just about. Vienmi was getting closer there to Glock. In the meantime, coming through the chicane. Maybe Deneen could pit first will make it very interesting. Softs they could go on, yep, but super softs, middle of the 3 compounds of tyres here, of course, at France. There is a bit of front wing just off to the side there. Glock beginning to struggle. Vienmi now beginning to hunt him down. Could he get ahead of him before the pit lane? They are starting to struggle though, and it looks like it could be advantage Boltzmann, who is beginning to edge in that gap on Mads. Watch out, because it is a very long pit lane round here in France at the Castellet, at the Circuit Paul Ricard. Glock, Vienmi, Silas, Bass all come flooding into the pits. Deneen will be coming in as well. There's the yellow flag in Sector 3, which is absolutely nobody. Bass is on a 5-second stop go for severe collision with Silas, and Glock's been held up in the pits. Glock has been held up in the pits quite severely there, and Vienmi's got out ahead of him. Vienmi, and has Vienmi got ahead of him? He has. Vienmi now has got the race lead. Vienmi has the race lead from Glock out the pits. That hold-up was costly. I think it was Deneen that cost the hold-up there. Not bad at all. And there is Boltzmann just in behind his teammates. So Boltzmann has gained quite massively out of this, and now he is into the lead battle in this race. There is a yellow flag in Sector 3, but I think it's just people coming in the pit, to be honest. I haven't seen Gennaro's time move slightly. I see Felix is going to come past Mads, I think, down the straight as well. But Vienmi leads now by... He was about 8-9 behind him. He's now 4 seconds clear of Glock in second. Silas third, Boltzmann in fourth. Camera just cuts away slightly, but here comes Boltzmann. Launching an attack on his teammate. It should be easy stuff for the guy. Down the inside, Boltzmann's got the Dane, and he's got his teammate. He's up the third. And Boltzmann now on a lap pressure tyres. That is going to really be of help to him. Coming in the lap earlier, just to perfection. He's now on the back. JB is retired out of the race. Boltzmann now down the inside on Glock. He's got the inside line. Glock's trying to hang around the outside, but I don't think he's going to have to defend this because Boltzmann, look at Silas getting involved as well. Boltzmann trying to hang around the outside of Glock. Trying to hang it. Oh, there's contact nearly. Here comes Silas. He's just going to sit and wait in behind, I think, here, Silas. He gets the move done on his teammate. Back up to 30 goals. Now Boltzmann has really lost out there. Glock maybe just defending slightly aggressively. There is a yellow flag in Sector 1, which I think will be for JB than anything else. See, that's now closing in on the back of Glock. He's going to go down the inside. He's got the speed. He's got the straight line down into turn 1. Glock trying to defend it, though. Really good action. There is JB's car, by the way. He's gone off the track, thank God. And now Busman's trying to attack Glocky as well. This is getting really interesting between these three. Glock now has to give way. And Bass is involved in this battle for second as well. Bass is involved. Glock just trying to dive it down the inside. And Busman might have been seen as a bit of an unfair move there. But I really missed that. So I need to see a POV footage of that. Glock, Busman, Bass. The camera's cut away. It is 3 wide down there straight. Look at Bass. Through the middle of both of them. 3 wide down the straight. Boltzmann, Bass, Glock is the one that's going to miss out on that, and it's going to be Boltzmann that gets third place out of that. Glock tries to switch back. Bass hanging on for grim life of Glocky in behind. As Vienmi now has a 6.5 second lead, and is Glock going around the outside of Bass at the flat right-hander. He's trying to hang around the outside. He's got it. He's got the move done. What a move that is by Glock. Fantastic around the outside on a set of softs. Glock has got that move done. Bass was the one that was trying to get out of it all. Never worked. Glock's got the move done around the outside though, and what a move that is. To stick around the outside of the flat right-hander. Best move of the race. And Glock's up to P4. Vienmi sets the fastest lap with a 33.0. Now this race just springs into life suddenly. It just all begins to get a little bit tense out on track, which is absolutely great indeed. I'm just going to do something quite quickly. There we go. As you can tell, I am doing I'm trying to cope here for the I'm trying to cope here in the comment section, and just give me a bit of leeway because I know my voice is going. I think I might go down for a drink now though. In the meantime, I think I will do that now, so I'll be back slightly, and I will need to just unmute a couple of drivers. Let's see how they're getting on, even you, with these guys here. I'm going for a drink. Keep the viewers entertained. I want to just continue this. Okay. That's fine.
Me, I reckon. Right, I can't know.
Oh, goodness me, I am back. I am back indeed, and it seems like we've got a teammate battle going on. I've just heard from Deneen, who was on the mic there slightly, that it is starting to rain out on track once again. And it is. You can see the raindrops now starting to come down. Will be intermediate before the end of this race, certainly. Could even be wet before the end of this race, certainly. See, that's trying to go around the outside of his teammate there. Boltzmann not going to work quite as well. Ooh. See, it's already starting to get a little bit slippery out on track. It's literally dried, and now dry line beginning to form once again. And anybody on the soft compound of tyre, I think, is at a good advantage here. So Glock, Bullboy, I think, might be the ones to watch in this race. Yeah, light rain beginning here once again. You can see now, I'm just trying to board see that, and you can see the raindrops now starting to come down. It is light rain, but I think it's going to get progressively heavier before the end of the race, as what I got told in the pre-race briefing, of course. The enemy, though, 7.5 seconds out in front. He's extended that lead since I have came back. Boltzmann second, Sheelas third, Glock in fourth, Deneen in fifth, Bass in sixth. They'll just spread themselves out slightly. I think Deneen might go past Bass since I was away. I think that might have happened. I'm not sure what happened. Glock trying to launch it down the inside of Sheelas. Oh, that's brave stuff. He's nearly got the move done. Mads has got a 10-second time penalty for corner cutting. Any guesses where that's at? Sheelas just forces off Glocky slightly. Good racing between both of them. That was a bit of wheel banging going on, so nice driving there between both of them. Glock is trying to attack him again. He might just be starting to lose his kills slightly, but let's just have a look and see how he gets on. He just needs to possibly calm down. But is he coming in the pits? He is. And that rain is getting a lot heavier out on track, and it already is beginning to come down. Intermediates are already out for Glock. Can he now? He's going to get a perfect jump this time around. Can he get that time back compared to the enemy? I, however, think that was a lap too early. I think that's half a lap or a lap too early for those tyres. Can we have penalties for the top people? I will try, but obviously there is action, and I'm the only solo commentator here. I'm the only commentator here. Let me take you through the rest director while we've got a little bit of break in the action. The enemy has got 1 warning. 3 warnings for Boltzmann, but no penalties. Bullboy's got a penalty. Sheelas has got a penalty. Glock's got a penalty. Deneen's got a stop-go, which I think he served, and a penalty. Bass has got 2 penalties and plenty of warnings. S-Boy's got a penalty. Felix has got a penalty. And Mads has got 10 second time worth of penalty there, as well as something else, as my stream just went off there slightly. Sorry about that. Rocco, Gennaro, no penalties for those. JB and the likes are already out of the race. So there we go. DRS disabled, so perfect pit stops for the guys in behind. The enemy, is he now the one that's going to be cost the time? Got Boltzmann coming in behind him, 8.5 seconds behind. He should be free to pit when he wants. Rain is coming down. The sun is getting out here, though, however. And there's a lovely tail cloud where I live as well. Bass has got to pick up 3-second time penalty there for corner cut. And he's under attack from Felix and S-Boy by the seams. There is Boltzmann coming into the pits, by the way. Just in behind him. Let's see where Sheelas is. And the enemy is going to be even further ahead, I think, here. The enemy at the pits. He's out in front by quite a considerable margin. Yellow flag in sector 3. Oh, that's S-Boy that's gone for a spin. S-Boy has gone for a spin there. Not sure if he might have had contact with Felix or Bass. Not sure what went on there, but the 2 McLarens are quite close to each other. Sheelas, Boltzmann, Bass and Felix quite close to each other. Let's have a look at how they're getting on. Out on track then. Let's run on both Deneen and Glock. And now these two have had a bit of history, especially in TF Royal B League back in the day. These two have had a bit of history going on beside each other, and now hopefully they put their battles to rest here tonight, and their quarrels to rest by some lovely on-track action that'll happen out on track. Let me have a look on board with the comments, however. Thank you everyone for tuning in. By the way, I should have asked me for call commentary. I know, I should have asked you for call commentary. I didn't think of that, actually. Matthias, have I got to be honest? I'm coping though. I'm managing. We are more than halfway through the race, by the way. So Vienmi leads the way. Bossman second, Silas in third. Your current top three. Glock and Deneen, however, getting close. S-Boy, I think, has got a move done on Mad, so he's now up to 9th and 7.6 seconds away from Ballboy, who has recently came in the pits. So he came out in 8th place, just behind Felix, 3.5 seconds behind him. But Vienmi, 7 seconds out in front, an unassailable lead at the minute. Two McLaren's getting close. See, that's got a much better run compared to Boltzmann there. Closing in at 10th. In the background of shot, Deneen just getting a little bit wayward at the final corner. He's just lost a little bit of time there to Glock running down the straight. Silas going through into turn 1 and 2. Right on the back end of his teammate here. Right on the back end. Could be good with Glock and Deneen if they keep calm. Yeah, they need to keep calm and carry on. I think that's what the mantra is for some of these guys tonight. Gennaro struggling after contact further earlier on in the race. He's down in 12th. Real shocking performance from him on his return tonight. Obviously he had a bit of a disconnect as well. From 9th place I think he was in when he disconnected. Well, just beginning to get a little bit too close now. Out on track, and I think we'll cut and ball with Deneen here because he's closing down on Glock, and this is where the battle's going to get going. But Glock moving all the way across. Deneen has got to try and launch it down the inside. Doesn't. And Glock keeps the position for now. I think he was defending the line all the way with one move there. So that was fair. But he's just got to be aware that to keep it clean. I've just got to be aware to keep it clean. Felix is on the back of Bass as well, just in behind, 12 seconds away from each other at the minute. Rain is coming down heavier out on track. Vienmi leads, Bossman second, Silas in third. Just a gentle reminder that if you're racing whilst doing interviews after the race, to turn your game volume down, please, so we can hear the drivers. I won't be racing after this. Trust me, I will not be racing after this. I think that's beneficial to everyone, including the viewers that want to hear the driver interviews after this race. And of course, I'm not going to be here tomorrow night, by the way. I will not be here for F1 or F4, that is. So somebody else will have to step into the breach for those two races. I am handing in my dissertation. That is why I'm not going to be here this Friday and Saturday. I want to make sure everything is done to perfection. I think we've got a spinner. S-Boy has gone off at the final two corners. He's been overtaken by Mads once again. These two battling. Silas, Bossman getting close. Deneen, Glocky getting close. Not really going for the moves, are they? Speaking of going for the moves, S-Boy's down the inside of turn 1. S-Boy's got him down the inside of turn 1. It's up to 9th once again. He's got that move done very nicely indeed. Congrats on your wins last night in GT Sport. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I was 15 seconds behind that day last night in GT Sport and spun quite a few times and got on the AstroTurf quite a few times. But everything fine with that, and I was very glad to knock up a win on GT Sport. I think I'm better in GT Sport than I am at this, if I've got to be honest. But Vienmi 6.8 seconds out in front. Bossman second, Silas in third, Glock in fourth, Deneen in fifth. Bass and Felix getting close. These two NSX boys probably won't give any room to each other. Bossman, Silas have came into contact slightly there. I think Bossman, did he go straight on there to try and get the move done? I'm not sure. It was off camera shot anyway. Silas has got that move done. He's up to second. That's cost them both 5/10s. Glock beginning to pull away from Deneen as well in the meantime. Oh dear. My voice is beginning to give way. Me. See, that Bossman picks up a 3-second time penalty. We were on board with that. I didn't see anything wrong with that, to be honest. Glock fourth, Deneen in fifth. Getting going. Have a look at Felix. Is he going to try and go for the move on Bass? Let's find out. And two Dutchmen going great guns. Bullboy there in the background shot is catching. 5 seconds off now. running through. Boltzmann very late on the brakes there on Silas. Fair play to Vienmi, didn't see him leading. Yeah, Vienmi, he's leading because Glock got held in the pits by him. So Vienmi, it was Deneen that held Glock in the pits, and Vienmi, taking full advantage, has just pulled out that gap. And on the dry stint, anyways, he pulled out that gap quite consistently and quite easily, if I've got to be honest, as well. Oh. We are slowly getting to the end of this race. Felix and Bass. Felix! Down the inside and Bass. Oh, near contact between both of them there. Good racing. Good clean racing between both of these. These are the two reliable drivers out on track. Felix were trying to go quite speedy like into the corner. Bass doing well to defend off him. On lap 21 by the way now. Vienmi leads from Silas second. Boltzmann in third. Glock fourth. Deneen fifth. No changes to the top five. And no changes in fact in quite a while. This race is beginning to get a little bit boring now from my perspective. But we'll try and see it out to the end of course. Vienmi 6.9 seconds. Let's see who's got fastest lap actually. See if anybody else has picked up the fastest lap. It's Deneen now with the fastest lap with 32.8. So he'll be getting that extra point live on track. Let me have a look at the position changes. Give you a little bit of guidance as to who's been doing well. Bullboy up 5, Rocco up 5. That is Deneen and Glock just going through camera shot there on the far side of the track. We cut on board with them now. Deneen getting closer once again to Glock. Not going to get the move done, I don't think, here, the Irishman. Getting caught on the curb slightly on the outside. Felix now, is he going to go for the move finally? Are we going to see a move done? Felix down the inside on Bass. Oh, he didn't really want to go for it there. And Boltzmann's beginning to get going on Silas again. It's all beginning to kick off. Once again, this race beginning to get a little bit heated. Once again, these three battles that are going on out on track. Gennaro's catching Rocco as well. Way down the order. As we see, Felix has got the... He's got the inside move done there. At the flat right-hander, he's got Bass. Bass trying to have a go back at him. Not quite. There's the yellow flag in sector 2. Oh, Rocco has crashed. I'm not sure if there was contact there with Gennaro. Not sure what happened there. There could be a safety car. I hope there is a safety car and it bunches everyone up. But Vienmi, 5.5 seconds, just losing now a little bit of time. Silas second. Boltzmann in third. Gap just beginning to come down slightly. I'd be concerned for Vienmi at this stage. I don't think he hasn't overdone it. He's 5 laps on those set of Inters. He's got a lap fresher tyres compared to Silas. He must be definitely saving up ERS. Let's have a look. Yeah, he is. He is saving up the ERS. Boltzmann is in the same position really. He's saving up the same amount of ERS as Vienmi. Deneen trying to get closer to Glock. Not really happening at the minute. He needs to close up a little bit sooner rather than later from him. From his perspective anyways. But at the minute it is going to be Vienmi that takes this. But 4.5 seconds. He's getting a little bit too cocky I think out in front. Possibly 4.5 seconds. That gap is closing down. Now, I don't want to worry anyone. He's got the tyres. He's got the tyres to the end. It must be just him saving up the ERS. We see Deneen trying to go for the move there on Glock. Never going to work. Through the double right-hander. He is much closer this time around, though. Seems like he's got the pace on Glock. It's just trying to find a way past. He wants to be careful, of course. These two have had history in the past. Glock and Deneen. Now for 4th. Out on track. Don't think these top 5 have got many penalties between them. Glock, in these conditions, I think Deneen just backing off quite wisely there, going through, and he's still not close enough to Glock to try and get a move done. So, not going well at all for Deneen. Trying to get that move done again into turn 1, not close enough that time around the Irishman. He is getting going though, 5/10 off. Silas, by the way, has pulled out a 1.2 second gap to Boltzmann. Let me just quickly check the top 5 for penalties. Vienmi has got 2 warnings. Silas has got a penalty. Bolstman has got a penalty. Glock has got a penalty. And Deneen has got a penalty. So, apart from Vienmi, everyone else in the top 5 has got a penalty, and Boltzmann's picked up another one. 3-second time penalty there for Boltzmann, and Deneen locks up going midway through the corner there. Not great, he's lost time to Glock, and that could be those positions settled possibly. Not sure if we'll see how it goes between these two. Could all threaten up to the end of the race. I hope it does. Vienmi leading though, 3.6 seconds. That gap is still coming down. See, that's Boltzmann. Just got to be wary, I think, Vienmi, of his gap. He's got plenty of room at the minute to try and manoeuvre with. He's only got a 3.5 second buffer, and he is trying to go to the end, of course. Everyone else is trying to go to the end for that matter as well. But the Renault's doing a sterling job. Lap 24. We've got 4 more laps to go. Vienmi leads from Silas and Boltzmann. Positions between the top 3, I think, have settled them out. Glock in 4th, now a second clear of Deneen, and I don't think that effect of the dirty air is having any effect really on Deneen trying to close in. He's now losing time rather than anything. Bass has lost time to Felix as well. It's all just beginning to crumble apart really, and I think these positions will be as you see it in this race come the end, with the penalties and everything else. But Vienmi, 3.6 seconds, that gap is still hovering around at that point. See, that's a second. Boltzmann's beginning to try and get a little bit closer though in 3rd. 8.5 tenths off. Deneen making a mistake. That was quite costly. Saw that on stream there, and Deneen's error, I think, has now just gifted Glocky a bit of breathing room to play with, and he's in 4th. But so far, it's been a great race from our perspective. Driving standards from a few in the opening few laps might have not been up to our standard, but the level of racing after that has been just as good. And Vienmi is 3 seconds clear of Silas. He's got that gap to play with. He can ease down a little bit out in front. I wouldn't advise him to look through too much though, but it's Vienmi still 3.2 seconds out in front as we approach the final 3 laps of the race now here in France. Hopefully everyone has enjoyed the session, and there will be driver interviews of coming, of course, after this race. Boltzmann getting closer. Let's cut and bob with the battle for second then. Silas, Boltzmann, he is getting closer. He's using up that ERS now, and I think Silas has got more than half what Boltzmann has. Boltzmann's got 57%, Silas has got 25%, so yeah, double the amount for Boltzmann compared to Silas. And now these two teammates, I think, might do a switcheroo before the end of this race. We'll see, of course, if they can. Deneen now, I think, is out of it. Bass and Felix starting to get going. I think that's down the into turn 3 and 4. 200 comments reach on the stream. Thank you very much, everyone, for commenting in on the stream. Back on board with Boltzmann, closing up again in the coming into the chicane there. He's closing up all the way, but he's got that gap. The ERS doesn't really go down as much as what it does around other tracks, and especially because it's the wet conditions, you can save and do a lot more braking than you would in the dry. Boltzmann being forced out wide there. Silas, I think it was just his line that was taken, trying to get the run much better off the corner, and he has. He's 5.5 tenths off now. If you're bored, then go and watch something else. Vienmi, 3.5 seconds out in front. Silas second, Boltzmann in 3rd, Glock 4th, Deneen 5th, Felix 6th, Bass 7th, Bullboy 8th, S-Boy 9th, Madsen 10th. Could be the positions that you see it at the minute. Vienmi has dominated this race after the pit stop went wrong for Glock from his perspective. Getting held up by Deneen in the pits. He has jumped him, however, out of the pit stops again, so Glock is ahead of Deneen out on track. But the big battle that's getting going is 6th and 7th. Felix and Bass, the two NSX guys, are getting going. Hopefully these guys are giving each other plenty of respect. They're on their 10th lap of intermediates. We're on the final 2 laps now here in Le Castellet at Circuit de la Circuit Paul Ricard. I was going to say Circuit de la Sarthe there. Goodness me, I'm getting ahead of myself. If only Circuit de la Sarthe was on. Beautiful helicopter cam though. Oh, and Felix has gone careering on. There was no contact on the back end there. Felix picks up a 5-second stop go. And you can see the amount of rain that is falling from this helicopter cam. Really, really dire stuff at the minute. But now, Bass. Trying to get going Bass though. Not sure if there's front wing damage picked up. It's definitely getting a lot heavier out on track this rain. Like Malaysia levels. Now Bass is going to go around the outside on Felix. Felix backs off into the corner, and I think it's the only thing he can do after corner cutting there. Boltzmann again trying to take out the wide out line to Silas. Not getting enough time. They'll just begin to heat up. Deneen has closed in now on Glock as well. All begin to come to a crescendo here. There's a yellow flag in Sector 3. Is that one of the leaders? And if it's not one of the leaders, it must be somebody else. It is Felix in the final sector. Felix in the final sector at the flat right-hander. I think it now is full wet conditions. Vienmi leading the way, with Silas in second, Boltzmann in third, Glock in fourth, Deneen in fifth. I wouldn't rule out these positions changing onto the final lap. Vienmi, the Swede, leads the way. Dominated this race after the pit stops. Glock picks up a 3-second time penalty. That's costly, and now he's got Deneen all over the back of him, trying to attack him into the final lap. All getting going here. Felix losing another position, running out wide to Espoy that time. Cut on board now as Vienmi picks up a 3-second time penalty out in front. So Vienmi picks up a 3-second time penalty, and it's all beginning to come a little bit costly now. Felix has spun again, and he's losing control. Oh, he's got a rear right puncture, I think. Has Felix got a rear right puncture? I think he has. Felix has got a rear right puncture. Not sure what happened there. I'm not sure if he's went over any front wing damage. That was strange, though, to see that. She didn't sort the tyres. Vienmi, 2.6 seconds out in front. He is going to hang on here. Silas in second, but Boltzmann is attacking him. The teammates are battling Boltzmann, though, 3-second time penalty. That's enough, I think. 9 seconds worth of penalties for Boltzmann. I wouldn't rule out Glock and Deneen changing positions before the end. And he goes for it down the inside, Boltzmann. He goes for it on his teammate down the inside, but Silas has got a much better one off. That was always going to work for Silas. Now, into the final couple of corners. At the end of 27 drenched laps here at Circuit Paul Ricard. Boltzmann nearly contacts the back end. There, Silas. Vienmi comes across the line to win here in France. Silas is second. Boltzmann is third. I think he'll hang on to that with the penalties. Glock and Deneen coming across the line. They should stay fourth and fifth, respectively. Deneen actually changes positions and nearly gets a podium, finishing fourth. Glock in fifth. Bass is coming across the line in sixth. Felix with that puncture. Not sure what happened with him. We'll hopefully speak to him in the interviews. Sixth place for Bass. Seventh place coming across the line for Ballboy. Quite consistent. He finishes in seventh. S-Boy in 8th, Mads in 9th, Gennaro in 10th, Felix in 11th are going to be your finishing order, as long as nobody crashes on this final couple of corners. S-Boy across the line, finishing in 8th. Mads is about to come across the line, the Dane in 9th. Gennaro's coming around the final corner now in 10th, the Italian. Not his race at all after that contact, and frankly, poor driving standards from the mid-pack. Gennaro across the line. Mads gets jumped for Gennaro, so Gennaro gets 9th, Mads in 10th. Felix will be coming across the line in 11th place. Stupid pit lane, good racing though. Yeah, pit lane costing Glock a potential podium, and I think a potential win there, to be honest, as well. Felix coming across the line. He comes across the line in 11th. Not his race at all. He'll come back stronger next week as well for Austria. And that is the racing here at France over and done with for tonight. We will be getting going with the driver interviews very, very soon indeed. And we do have plenty of drivers to interview. They're already here in the party. One of them has just joined there. As now we are going to be loading in. Podium celebrations go on here for Vienmi, a Swede winning, Silas in second, Bolstman, Deneen, sorry, in third as well. In fact, that's showing Bolstman on top of the standings there in third. Oh, yeah, Deneen. Vienmi little wins here in France. Silas second, Bolstman in third. I think he's my driver of the day, you know, Bolstman. He really came back strong from that turn 1 incident. Really came back strong, and he's finished with a podium. He deserves that. He finishes third. Driver of the day for me. Deneen in fourth. Glock in fifth. Bass in 6th. Bullboy in 7th. S-Boy in 8th. Gennaro in 9th. And Mads running off the top 10. Felix also was the only other one to finish. Rocco, JB, Geronimo, Senenzi, and Little Brookie all participated. How on earth can you get 30 seconds worth of penalties? Senenzi, what on earth? Must have done a lot of corner cutting to get 30 seconds, and Geronimo must have done a lot of corner cutting to get 20 seconds worth of penalties as well. Terrible penalty usage, but Vienmi, Silas, Boltzmann, your top 3 running off here in France. I hope my move around Bass was caught. I think it was. I'm sure I commented on that at some point. I hope I did anyways. Right, time for the driver interviews to happen. And we are waiting for Mr. Ballboy57 to conduct these interviews, whether if he's there or not. I hope he is. He better be.
I think Ballboy Jr. is him.
Uh-oh. Mr. Junior. Not
He's quiet,
happening at
so he
all.
must have been up to something.
I was so bad in the rain, says S-Boy. Totally different result to last week from him.
Is there I got a 5... Okay, no, you go on.
Yeah, I was just going to pick up on the what on earth happened in that mid-pack on lap 1, because honestly, those driving standards were absolutely dire, if I'm going to be honest.
Yeah, there I got, do you know how I had to cut turn 2 because, like, I went straight on? Did you see that on stream?
Yeah, I think I did.
Yeah, I got hit up the back by Sneezy, and I returned on track. I was P5 going off, and I returned P6. Like, I let everyone through, even an extra person. And the game still gave me a 5-second stop-go, so
It does.
I had to serve that in the pit. So could I get that removed? Because I returned the position behind where I actually should have been.
If you've got POV footage, then
Yeah.
we can remove the penalties.
And it wasn't my fault that I went straight on. I got hit up the back by Sneezy. It was in a Williams or something.
Sneezy.
I'm not sure what his name is. It's Sneezy or Spudsy or something like that. You know I'm not good with names.
People need to be on voice share, apparently, for the interviews. So make sure you're on voice share for the interviews. Right, is there anybody to interview here that finished maybe in the top 3? Let me have a look. Well, Keelan, you didn't. Nobody finished in the top 3. Disgraceful.
If that penalty gets removed, then I will be in the top 3.
Yeah. I'm not sure if anybody else is joining this session, this race. This party, I should say. Pardon me. Pardon me. Oh, I don't think Bullboy's here to conduct the interviews. I don't think we're getting any driver interviews tonight, to be honest.
Bye bye.
Is he there? Has he got me on mute?
I just think once again that he was eating.
Has he got a pit stop?
Ballboy Jr. was quiet. He never said anything during the race, and that never happens.
Oh, he's doing Share Factory or something, or preparing something for the something else. I don't know what's going on with him. I don't think anybody else has joined the party either, so yeah. I don't know what is
No one has.
going on. I might as well get some driver interviews done for people. Oh, who was that plugging in their mic? Thought I heard somebody plugging in the mic there. No? Nobody owning up? No? Right, let's get on with some driver interviews then. I think Danina's first. She finished 4th in the...
Bossman finished ahead of me, I think.
Bossman? Oh, he's here! Oh, Bossman's here! Oh my goodness me!
Hello.
I didn't even see you join on my screen there. Obviously, very good race. What happened in turn 1 with Glock? Did you try and go for the move that wasn't there?
I went around the outside, and then I kind of just got pinched on the apex. He's defending the lead on going around the outside. I called it. I said to himself, just go down as a racing incident. He could have left a bit more room in hindsight, but it's one of them things. Yeah, no, it was a great recovery race from there.
Yeah. I think it was, definitely. I think I gave you driver of the day as well for that performance as well.
Yeah, I think I went down to like 14th or something, so to get that close to the lead, it's a shame. Before Silas passed me, I didn't have a penalty. And looking at the end, if I would have stayed that way, I would have won. But then I managed to pick up 3 behind him, so... No, it's a bit frustrating, but podium none the least from the position I was in is... more than
I think by the time you got yourself recovered and back into that rhythm, I think you were up to like 6th or 5th or somewhere like that.
And then when I was getting past Ball Boy, towards the last corner, I just ran straight on, so I gave away another 3 or 4 seconds. So
yeah,
that probably cost me in the end, but it's the way, you know.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's the same problem for everyone, so it's not just myself.
So somebody's mic has just plugged in. I'm hoping that's Ball Boy Juniors, Ball Boy Seniors. Ah, disgraceful. Disgraceful. So obviously, what track is next? Does anybody know?
Austria.
Is it Austria?
Oh,
I thought it was Austria.
Oh, that's right then.
I thought it was Austria. How do you rate your chances around there, Bossman, if you're going to be there, of course?
If I'm there, I reckon I can win. Yeah.
Confidence.
Pace. Last year I couldn't attend. It was good enough to finish a race at France as well this time. Didn't leg out at all like last season, so.
Yeah.
On the mend.
Well.
Enough.
Yeah.
Podium at least. Go again tomorrow. See what happens.
Yeah, of course. Thank you very much for the interview, Bossman.
All the best, everyone.
Oh. Right, who else is in this party with us? We have got... Deneen is up next. The Irishman.
Yes.
You are here. Obviously, you finished 4th in the race. Talk us through what happened out there on track, because those conditions seem very, very bad.
So we got off the line pretty well. There was an incident ahead of me. I think there was 2 cars. I couldn't really see who they were with the spray. That were just on the exit, so I had to move there, and that gave me a bad run. And then into turn 2, I don't know if it's turn 2 or 3. I'm not sure what corner it is. Someone went into the back of me, and I had to cut like the section, and I got 5 seconds stop go for that, and then I managed to hold P6, and then after the pit stops, I would have been in about 3rd, but I had to, sort of a stop go, and then I came back out in 6th, and then when it was dry, I got past Bass, I think it was, and although I think Bass had damage, and then I got behind Glocky, and I was behind him for the rest of the race, but with 3 laps to go, he got a penalty, so I knew I was going to get past him anyway, so there was no point in going for the move and risking those points.
Did you ever think, though, you were going to try and get past him? Because there were a few opportunities there that you could have gone for.
I could go for, but it's early, the season's young yet, there's no point in risking 12 points for an extra 3. Or it would have been 10 for 2, so it wouldn't have really been a point in risking that. It was a 50-50 whether I could have hit him, and if I went round I would have lost more points, and that's not what you need a bit early in the season, so I just didn't.
Yeah. Austria next week, how do you think you're going to get on?
No, I don't think I'll get on that well. It's not a track I like, and there's a lot of places to get penalties, so I don't know, we'll see how it is. Wouldn't mind a wet race around there, like a wet race around there, and yeah, that's my hopes.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Denny. Ooh. Right, who else is next? Oh yeah, I'll have a look at that in a bit. Who is next? I think it might be Ball Boy if he's there, finally. But that's silent. No, he's not. So we'll move on to Matt.
Hello?
Hello. How was your race out there?
It was a bit messy on the first laps. Just tried to get through cleanly. And that worked pretty well. I had a bit of a moment that got me to the back of the field, but I managed to keep it clean, so I'm happy with that. And in the end, it was an okay race. I didn't have to pace in the rain, so I was pretty happy I could get some points.
Hmm. Yeah, obviously, I think you finished. Was it 9th in the end?
10th. I got a
10th.
because of penalty, but I'm hoping I can get it removed. So
well,
I'm
if you've got the
working on that.
footage, send it in, of course. If you
I
want to
got it.
get the penalty removed. Explain what happened in turn 1, because I think you were caught right in the middle of the driving standards. Let's just say, in the opening lap.
I can't really remember, but I couldn't also not see it because, like Denise said, there was massive spray going on, so I couldn't really see it. I just saw some cars going on to the left side, so I'm not really sure what happened, and I don't want to comment on it because I'm not sure whose fault it was or who was involved. So I don't know.
Ooh, is that somebody returning? No. It's not. Moving on to Austria then next week. How do you think you're going to get on around there?
I think I will get on good. It's probably my best track on the current calendar we have, so I'm expecting to be fighting for maybe some higher positions than 9 and 10. So I expect points and some good ones. So I'm looking forward to it. I think I have the pace to get a good result.
Yeah, thank you very much. Alright, who else is here? Rocco, if he's there. Oh no, Ball Boy, I can see his mic moving. I think he might be back. I hope he is, anyway. I saw his mic move. He's definitely there. Is he here?
Who's there?
Hey, there you are. Hey, Alice. We went on to Mads and we'll come back to you now. Talk us through how the rest went out there, because obviously you were causing a bit of controversy with Gennaro. Talk us through what happened there, because I think Gennaro was trying to go around the outside of you. And then you knocked him off. Yeah, you completely knocked him off.
When did that happen?
Early on in the race, I think it was either lap 2 or lap 3.
I do not have a clue.
I've got on stream. I think he was trying to go around the outside, and then you were turning right into a left-handed corner, and he was turning right into right-hand. You were turning left, obviously, on the camber of the corner, and he was coming right, and that's the contact that happened through the flat right-hander.
Yeah, I did not. Well, apart from the Williams who pushed me off at the start of lap 2. I did not feel any contact. I can't remember it at all. I only remember him being kind of like a second behind me and then he disconnected. That's all I saw, so I am so confused. I don't know. I need to.
It's on stream unless I dreamt it or something. I've definitely caught it on stream. I'm pretty sure it happened.
I think Gennaro might have been desyncing with a couple of people.
Yeah. I know. Obviously, the first couple of laps certainly was a bit, let's just say, dire from a few drivers. But talk us through how it went out there, Mr. 57.
Yeah, so lap 1, obviously I took it kind of cautiously, although I got a good start. Let's just put it at that. And yeah, so heading into turn 2, I did get a bit of a whack from someone who spun or misjudged their braking or whatever. But then after that, it was pretty good. Just making my way cleanly through, and then
lap 2 was a bit of a disaster because what's his name? The Williams just completely pushed me off into turn 1, and yes, I did have to take the escape road. But if I continued on going as I was, then I would have T-boned him or something because yeah, he was quite aggressive there. But I rejoined anyway, letting everyone through, and still I got a penalty for that. So yeah, you'll see it in the meme Prix, and Studs can investigate that or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, after that, good battle with S-Boy, and yeah, again, don't know what happened to Gennaro, but I'll watch back and try and find what happened there. And I've recorded the race as well, so you'll be able to see that.
Good.
And yeah, S-Boy, we were pretty much similar on pace. I made a bit of a mistake by putting the softs on. I mean, everyone should have gone for the ultras really, mid-race when it dried up, but nobody really knew how long the rain would have lasted for. I was expecting it to last until like all the dry conditions to last until like lap 22, but it didn't happen. So that was unfortunate. I didn't get to use my soft tyres to their potential that they could have had there. But anyway, the last part of the race was pretty boring. S-Boy was about 10 seconds behind me, and Bass and Felix were just untouchable. They were like 5 seconds ahead battling, and I just kept within that range because they kept holding each other up. But yeah, Felix spun, inherited 7th place, got a weird penalty by running off wide, which lost me time, but I still got a 3-second time penalty. So I'm not too sure. Again, I'll just put it in the meme Prix so everyone can see it. And yeah, happy with 7th anyway, because it could have been a lot worse considering you know, wet conditions and everything around France. And yeah, 6 points. Unfortunate that my teammate has a terrible internet provider, but anyway, I'll try and do Ferrari the best job they can. But constructors is definitely not. I mean Ferrari, that we're not aiming for like championship anymore. It's all over because of Jack. But oh well, I'll try and carry the team on into the next race.
Yeah, of course. Obviously, we've got Austria next week, unless I've been totally saying the wrong track.
It is Austria.
It is Austria. Good. How do you think you're going to get on around there?
Don't know, because in the first couple of seasons of well, in F-Roll anyway, I really struggled around Austria. Well, actually, no, that's not true. Like the first 2 seasons, I was really good at Austria. Then I kind of went into a bit of a dip, and now I'm starting to get better at Austria. So hopefully that momentum continues. Once again, aiming for points, whether that's 8th or 7th or whatever. I'll happily take it. And yeah, I think I will do rather well if nothing ridiculous happens. Just put it like that.
Hopefully nothing ridiculous will happen to you. Thank you very much. Is that everyone?
No.
Oh, Rocco's here. Do you want to do the final interview, Bull Boy? Because I am shattered.
Yeah, well, obviously I was in the party with you, so yeah, talk us through what happens at the start, because I think your race...
Or should we go through qualifying, Bull Boy?
No.
Oh, what happened in qualifying?
Well, I was on my fast lap, and I came just past the first sector split, and I found a wild Bull Boy going about 20 miles per hour on the racing line, and I may have hooned into the back of him.
Oh.
So yeah.
Did I catch that on stream?
That ruined my qualifying a little bit. But then in the race, I had a good start going into turn 1, and then Mads has done some Danish kamikaze stuff and turned into me. I don't think he knew I was there really, but he just cut across, hit me, and then I lost my front wing and I was at the back. Well, I say, ooh, I just had a little bit of damage, and then a couple laps later, when little Brookie crashed, he went wide, lost the car, came back across, damaged more of my front wing, and almost took me off. And then my race was gone from there. So I got really unlucky again.
Yeah, I mean, without the unfortunate incidents that happened during the day, yeah, do you think like a top 5 finish was on with the pace that you were showing anyway in practice?
No.
Oh, so like 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, around there.
I probably would have been like 11th anyway or something, but I don't know. I just didn't have any pace. I was quicker last week around the track, but then this week I try and do the track and then I just couldn't do it.
Yeah,
So,
well, that's unfortunate to hear. But anyway, moving on to Austria. Are you hoping for better luck there?
yeah, should hopefully get some points finally in Austria, but I'll probably crash again or something.
Well, hopefully you finish, and hopefully you have a nice, clean weekend. Or not weekend, or Thursday, afternoon, evening. So, yeah, good luck for Austria, and apologies once again for,
That's right.
yeah, qualifying. Anyway, yeah. But, yeah, is that, everyone?
That's everyone, I think, done. Unless somebody has joined very late on. Nope, nobody is wanting another interview. So that is everything done for tonight. Let me just remind you of the schedule. Friday, Saturday, F1 and F4 respectively. I am not going to be here, however, for either, because I'm obviously handing in a dissertation on Sunday and I want to get everything right over the weekend. So I am going to be enjoying the action from the comfort of my iPad and probably the comfort of my own bed as well. So that'll be, and then I'll be back on Sunday. Don't worry, I'll be back on Sunday hopefully for TFRL GT3 Championship for the Nürburgring, rounding off the season there, and then we're back to the normal schedule on Monday, of course, where GT Sport sign-offs will be released on Monday for the GT3s. Get signed up, because it is probably going to be your only opportunity to really have a chance at developing and honing in your skills on GT Sport next season. The week after that, there will be another championship update coming very soon. We are going to be working very hard with the new GT Sport admins on working on that, and hopefully everything is going to be going well based on that, and it looks really good. Indeed, everything's coming on very nicely there. That is pretty much all the updates from me. Hopefully we get a good attendance tomorrow. That's the only thing I'm hoping for when I'm not here. But yeah, that is pretty much everything for tonight. So, on that note, thank you very much for watching. And until next time, it'll be tomorrow night on Global Club Racing F1. It is goodbye. Demon Hill, Demon Hill, Demon Hill.